Okay, so it's nugget time, and in this nugget, we're going to talk about self-help. And the shout out goes to Gabby Roberts. Gabby Roberts is a stud. She works for National Automotive Experts. Thank you, Gabby, for the book. I was recently sent a book from Gabby, and she said it was probably the best book that she'd ever read. And that's a pretty big statement, especially from someone that is super successful and reads lots of books like Gabby. So with such a powerful endorsement, I definitely had to read the book for myself. And I have to say that I've decided it's the best self-help book that I've ever read. The author, Benjamin Hardy, is a freaking genius. He put together basically everything that I've read on psychology and self-help in the last 20 years into this one book. So here's the nugget. Don't be afraid to read self-help books or to use the words self-help. On the back of this particular book, one of the endorsements comes from the author Tucker Max, who wrote the book, I Hope They Serve Beer in Hell. Here was his review of the book. This book was possibly the best self-help book that I've ever read. Sound familiar? It struck me that he used the words self-help because I've gotten away from using those words. Over the years, I started to say things like you should read books on psychology or personal development because I thought it sounded better or more politically correct than self-help. I noticed that sometimes when I used the words self-help, it turned people off. So I stopped saying those words. That got me to thinking about our current hyper-politically correct world and how everyone has to be careful about saying what they actually think or feel because they may offend someone else. And I've decided that we could dumb things down a little and just say what we mean if our intentions are good and we're trying to help. When I started reading, I used to look for self-help books, and I would go specifically to the self-help section to find books. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Self-help is exactly what we should all be doing. Not looking for someone else to solve our problems and play the victim role, but rather looking to solve our own problems ourselves. So if you want to get better at something or improve yourself, go get a good self-help book and read it. Like many other people have said, Personality Isn't Permanent is the best self-help book I've ever read. So I recommend you start with that one. It's freaking amazing. So the book is Personality Isn't Permanent by Dr. Benjamin Hardy, and it's a normal size book. It's only 272 pages of absolute awesomeness. So now go help yourself and have a great week.